How y'all doing today? My name is Leah from the Wellness Garden Toolshed, and I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant today. Some of you may have seen some of my little videos about awakening your inner queen, and I talk about the Queen of Swords, or the Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Wands. But in this case, I am going to talk about our Queen of Swords because I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant, and it has to do with the insurance companies and the medical industry. And I am calling out Kaiser in Northern California because for women's health care, and I am a post-menopausal woman, and I take hormone replacement therapy, which I love because hormones are very good for you. But Kaiser will not measure your hormone levels, which needs to be, because yes, everyone has a general kind of thing going on, but everybody's also individual at the same time. And so when things change in your diet or change in the way you exercise, that can affect your hormone levels. And if you have too much estrogen in your system, that can cause a lot of problems. It needs to be balanced out with progesterone, especially when you have a uterus, because too much estrogen can cause uterine cancer. And it's because if you have too much, that is why you must measure the levels. So, not long ago, I was taking some ashwagandha for other reasons, but apparently ashwagandha has some kind of estrogen influence in it of some sort. So it raised my estrogen levels. So of course I had to go in and do a little biopsy, which really hurts because they don't numb you with that either. And anyway, it was negative, it's fine or whatever. So then later, I cut the estrogen in half. It was fine. Everything was great. But then I took my normal dose because I didn't have that ashwagandha in me anymore. So I didn't have more estrogen in my body. So then I started exercising very much more consistently, using weights 4 to 5 times a week. And that's the only thing that was different. And I was having some issues again. This is important that women know this because you don't want to let things go. So I told the doctor that the only thing that was different was, I've been exercising more. I don't know. So they did an ultrasound, yada, yada, had some things going on that they want to address, and they want to do a hysteroscopy. That is a hard word to say. So this hysteroscopy, they're going to cut some things out. They're going to take a scope. They go in, they look at stuff and possibly do a DNC because the thickening of the endometrial lining is there, whatever, and they want to do another biopsy. Which, okay, cool, whatever, I get it. We want things taken care of. But the reason that this is all happening is because of my estrogen levels. And when you exercise and start using weights and you create more muscle, you create more testosterone in your body. Testosterone turns into estrogen after a period of time. Kind of a no-brainer. I knew that was the only thing that I would did differently. So had Kaiser measured my hormone levels, this could have all been prevented. All of it could have been prevented. All this unnecessary thing. And then with this hysteroscopy, they wanted to do it without any sedation. They're cutting things, okay? This is no joke. This is painful. The biopsy itself was extremely uncomfortable, but that was very quick. This is going to take some time, and all these other things are going on. And every single person I've talked to in the medical field and those that have worked in gynecology has said you need sedation. And Kaiser was trying to do this as an office visit without any sedation or anesthesia, just a simple little local shot on the cervix, which is not what they're cutting. And then do polyp removal, a biopsy, and possibly a DNC without any sedation. Are you kidding me right now? Did we really turn into a third world country? Is it really going to save you that much money? Because if I couldn't handle it in the first place, I'd end up having to go to a surgery center or an OR. I am calling Kaiser out on this one. This is a bunch of horse shit. Sorry. And, this is not cool, and women have to stand up for themselves when it comes to this stuff. Because the reason I'm on hormone replacement therapy is because when you go through menopause, you can't sleep sometimes, and like a lot. You get the hot sweats, you get all this stuff. Your bones become more brittle. There are so many health problems that come without having certain hormones. They rule your body. We weren't meant to live this long. So, but they have to be balanced. That is the key. So I am calling out this, Kaiser especially on this one in Northern California. Like, seriously, like I can't even believe what they're trying to do. I kind of think they realized they goofed up because my first doctor had said, oh yeah, no, you need to be in the surgery center over at the hospital, blah, 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 blah. And then they changed it. And I'm like, wait a minute, why are you doing this? I need to do a little research because I'm not really sure if I want you doing this procedure without anesthesia of some sort. And sure enough, when I started researching, I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, well, you have to check your coverage and see if, anesthesia is covered. Really? Give me some freaking drugs. I don't care what it costs. You're not cutting things off of me and me feeling it. And no one should have to put up with that. That should be covered, especially because Kaiser caused this problem by not measuring the hormone levels. So I would encourage you to really get real with your doctors, make a stink, because that's what I did, and things have like moved really quickly on this one now. So I don't think I have cancer, so I don't want anybody worrying about that kind of thing. But, if they didn't address this, then you know what? Yeah, it could turn into cancer within 1 to 3 years. So anyway, I would implore you to take action on your own body. Yes, it's a pain. Yes, you have to fight for it. Yes, you do. But don't be quiet about this because it really depends on your life and the quality of your life. So anyway, I hope you have a great day, but I want you to awaken your inner Queen of Swords as well. That's what I'm doing here right now. I'm using her and I'm going to challenge her. And hopefully this helps somebody else as well so they don't have to go through this because I don't mind a good fight here and there. So, I'm kind of aggressive that way sometimes. So, not always. I don't really like to have to do it, but I will do it. So anyway, with that, take care of yourself. Be on top of it. Stand up for yourself. Don't ever quiet your voice if it needs to be heard, especially when it's something like this. All right. Have a great day.